Well, let me tell you something, brother.
Snort, snort, snort.
Code. Drip.
Snort, snort.
I got the drip. Go.
No way. Hold the phone. I'm going to stop recording for a moment. I'll come back to the playthrough in a second. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for this? Are you ready? Never before in history have I got such a W in my life. Are you ready for this? YouTube, because I reported the problem, has fully fixed it. I reported it specifically to YouTube. They just wrote me back thanking me for reporting it. They fixed it entirely. That's why the chat didn't freeze tonight. So let's now find out, because they just wrote to me. So let's see if this is true. You guys ready? I'm now turning the chat to 5-minute sub-only mode, meaning most of you who've been waiting to talk and couldn't should be able to talk right now. Let's see if it's true. YouTube is saying they fixed it fully, and they actually thanked me. I can't fucking believe it. What's up, everybody? Hello, everyone. Everyone is joining. Everyone is able to talk. Hello, everybody. Hi. I missed you. I missed all you guys. Because we had a kickin' active chat. We really did. We had a lot of, people in the last year who've joined me on this journey and chilling and having good times on streams. And I'm really, really happy that now you guys can join. Again, after all this nonsense the past 2 weeks that we've had, right? How y'all doing? Good. Welcome back, everybody. We'll leave it on the 5-minute sub mode just to stop immediate bots from spamming. But welcome back, everybody. Yeah, this is crazy. Absolutely amazing information. Oh, man. Okay. So I guess I can reduce the chat. Let me reduce the spam filter as well, because I had the spam filter on extreme. I'll turn it off. Okay, I'm turning it off right now, everybody. You should be able to post the emotes again. And I apologize because some people just got timed out for it. That should be off now. Okay. Okay. This is great news, right? I mean, we won. We actually got a W for once. I mean, it's rare when you get one. I got a W. If you can believe it. Holy shit. Absolutely amazing. I guess I owe YouTube an apology in this case, because I had no faith in them, and apparently they actually do their job if you get it escalated. And that was the problem. It was a pain, but I did get it escalated, and they fixed it. That's absolutely amazing. Okay. So I think we should be good. I think the chat should work. YouTube is assuring me the chat will work. They said if it does break again, to notify them immediately, because they want to know so they can keep researching the issue. So if chat breaks again tonight, guys, let me know. Obviously, I'll notice, but I need to know so we can tell YouTube again what's going on. Okay, everybody? Good stuff. Amazing. Everyone give yourself a round of applause for putting up with the bullshit. But we're here. and we're going to chill. And we're going to have a good night. This is amazing. Super positivity right now, man. Good stuff. Good freaking stuff. All right. I know, Dark Maggot, I actually don't know what caused YouTube to be so quick in this case, because I have tried to get YouTube's attention on stuff before, and they never really paid attention to me. The fact that I actually got their attention and got it fixed this quick is unprecedented. I am shocked, but that's good. That's a good thing. Maybe what it is hearing how bad it could possibly be. All right. So we have extra time, everyone. So what we are going to do is we are going to have a half-hour hangout session where we celebrate the fact that YouTube chat is now fixed because YouTube recoded it just for me and stopped this vulnerability that this bucketeer limp dick weirdo was using to fuck with my chat. What a total life fucking loser that guy is, huh? What a piece of human fucking garbage. It's almost like he has no power over anyone, and he's a pathetic waste of existence. Wow. Okay. All right, ready? Let's celebrate, everyone. Here we go. What is going on, everyone? DSP here with some absolutely amazing positive news tonight. As you know, in the last couple of weeks, things have been kind of dicey around here because there was a new YouTube chat exploit for live streams where someone who knew some way to exploit this, I don't know if it was a Unicode thing that was flooding the chat and making the chat crash or freeze. But basically, people were coming into my live stream chats every day and shutting them down. The chat would freeze, and we could not get it to work again. The only way that I could figure out to get it to work was to start a totally new stream. Well, yesterday, this idiot who'd been doing it for 2 weeks actually got ballsy, got full of himself, and he started going to my detractor chats and bragging publicly on the internet about it, not only exposing who he was, but also kind of explaining what he was doing and explaining that you could unfreeze it by flooding the chat. So basically, I used that yesterday on my late night stream to kind of get the chat frozen, unfrozen, but there's no permanent fix. So I've been talking to YouTube about it for 2 days, and after giving them all of the information and providing them with the information of the culprit, because they know who he is now, they have all his identity and everything, I'm happy to say the issue is completely fixed. YouTube messaged me back and said, guess what? We identified the problem. We have fixed it. This will no longer happen. Feel free to take off sub-only mode on your chat. You should be safe. We are protecting you from this kind of malicious activity moving forward. Thank you for reporting it. They actually thanked me for reporting the bug, because if I hadn't, this bug could have affected anyone who chats on YouTube. So that is absolutely amazing. Because YouTube listened and took action, we got the bug fixed for everyone. So that is amazing. And I'm so happy that we had a positive impact on anyone who streams on YouTube. And that this idiot got his balls cut off the moment that he opened his stupid mouth and tried to talk junk and act like he was some big shot. He immediately got castrated. And now he's a worthless human, just like he always was. And I get to do awesome streams with my audience every single day. So right now, this is a celebration of victory over those who would oppose us. It's like I said, everybody, you don't let people get you down. You don't sit there and whine and seethe and complain. You take action and you move forward positively. And this is a direct example of how, because we all work together, we got it taken care of. This guy is now a fucking clown, and now we can move forward and have a great time together on stream daily without any problems. So thank you to those who put up with this for 2 weeks. Seriously, it sucked that I couldn't actively talk with my chat for 2 weeks. I had to have it on 1 week sub-only mode, 1 year sub-only mode. And that sucks for those of you who are relative newcomers. Or maybe have only joined me in the last 6 to 8 months who like my content and want to hang out. You're back. You're back full force. And again, YouTube said to tell them again, if anything like this ever happens, they want me to report it. And I will. So thank you all so very much for understanding, and thank you for your support. You guys are awesome. We can now have great streams together moving forward. Total detractor failure. Awesome. Okay. Someone just tipped me $1.50, says, you know, Phil, I personally think you're bad at games, and I find that funny, but you should still have the right to stream regardless, so I'm glad that your chat got fixed. Yeah, listen, the truth is, you don't have to like my gameplay level. You don't have to even like me. But understand, no one should have their ability to make content taken away from an underhanded or illegal means, which is exactly what this was. This was a guy who wanted to take away my ability to interact with my chat, making the YouTube side of the chats kind of pointless because the whole point of streaming is to interact with your audience. If you can't, then what fun are you possibly going to have? And the answer is pretty much very limited. I was doing my best to try to keep interacting with you guys, but, what could I do? I couldn't, my eye was nerfed essentially, right? Like I had my hands tied behind my back and I couldn't really do much to fix the problem. So thank you guys for understanding, but we're good. This is a celebration of victory and positivity right now. We'll hang out for like 20, 30 minutes to end the stream. We actually finished the game I was playing tonight early, so we can have a little bit of a hangout session. How did I fix the problem? I reported it to YouTube. I showed them exactly what I was talking about, and I sent them all the information of the guy who was doing it, the fact that he had blabbed about it, evidence of who he was, his YouTube channel, everything. They have everything. So they believed me. Like, this is the difference, is when you have all the evidence, they'll believe you. The guy was so dumb, he put the evidence all over the internet. If he had just kept his fucking mouth shut and no one knew who was doing it, maybe this wouldn't have gotten fixed. But the guy is such a dunce, and he couldn't help himself. He had zero self-control. He just had to be braggadocious about it in my detractor chats. There you go. He shot himself in the foot because he's a complete fucking idiot. Yeah, and this guy, keep in mind, we talked about it last night. This guy originally, he found the exploit. He wanted to get money out of YouTube. He was trying to extort money out of YouTube. So he kept writing them and trying to get their attention, and they ignored him. So then he started using it against people to try to get attention. He tried smaller YouTubers. That didn't work. He tried bigger YouTubers, and the bigger YouTubers' chats would unfreeze. So he had to find like that mid-size. That's when he found me. And detractors don't like Phil, so they'll talk about me doing this. I'll get like a feeling of meaningfulness if I do this because people will make videos about it and everything. Yeah, you're a loser. You have no fucking life. You have no purpose on the planet. So you waste your life. Instead of doing something productive and positive for yourself, for society, you just ruin things for others because you are a waste of everyone's time. You're welcome. John says, thanks for taking the time to do this and fix the issue. Yeah, I mean, I didn't fix it, but I basically had to keep doing as much as I possibly could to get YouTube to notice, and I tried various things, and it worked. So there you go. If anything, I'm just happy this got solved so quickly. Because remember, this guy claims he figured it out 2 weeks ago. If this had been running months to years, so many people could have had their chats negatively affected. And now YouTube fixed it. So that's excellent that they took action so quickly and were able to do something so positive so soon. And now no one else will be affected by this problem, That is amazing that they did it so quickly. And again, what I will say this now, okay? I publicly apologize because I was very critical of YouTube the last couple of days to weeks because in the past, I got little to no help from them at all on issues. Like I said, years ago, there was a technical issue I identified. And if it kind of got widespread, I knew it was going to hurt a lot of people. And I gave it to YouTube and they did not even listen or believe me or understand it. So it was a waste of my time. Eventually, the YouTube issue did get fixed, but it was like many months later. And I get the feeling it was, a side thing. Somehow they figured it out, but it had nothing to do with me. In this case, they actually took me seriously. And within, 24 hours of me reporting it, the issue is fixed for everyone. That's absolutely amazing. So I do have to apologize. They actually worked fast. They did the right thing. That's the kind of response you expect from a giant company that's so, prominent. And so that's great. And thank you to YouTube and to the team YouTube, X account and everyone who worked with me to solve this. That's absolutely outstanding, top-notch service right there. Honestly, it makes me feel better now about moving forward in the future, doing YouTube as my full-time platform. Because now I know if an issue happens, as long as I can get their attention, they'll actually pay attention. That's awesome. Jade is very happy. He says he had nothing to watch because he couldn't talk. It sucked. He couldn't interact with us, and he's so happy that it's back. It's all good. Again, thank YouTube. YouTube did the right thing. You got to thank the detractor, this idiot Buckethead, or whatever the fuck his name is, Bucket Dick, for being such a dunce and fucking talking about it on the internet publicly because he could not control himself because he's a complete loser. And you got to thank YouTube for taking the action they did when I provided them with the information. No, I see someone tipped $2 says, any way to ever get out of a detractor cloud? It's crazy how so many people just, hate watch you. You tell me. I have done everything I possibly can over the years to try to improve myself. I listened to all these criticisms, and I basically stopped doing all the things they claimed they didn't like me doing. Guess what? It's 2026. They still hate me, despite the fact that everything has changed, right? Production values, sky high. I work my butt off with the amount that I stream, the variety that I stream. I take feedback constantly from my supporters. You know, I've cut down on the amount that I ask for any kind of contributions and things like that. I can keep going. You know, I've improvement. Oh, we still hate him. So what it is you just wanted to hate me. It wasn't that you actually wanted me to improve. You didn't actually think that it was a big deal. You just wanted to shit on me constantly and say I was never good enough. Because that's honestly what I believe. Well, someone has tipped the buck and says this has happened to my channel as well. I'm not going to say anything about who I am, but I'm glad that this is resolved now, and thank you for doing it. There you go. And here's the thing, like if anyone else has this issue, go right to YouTube, either Team YouTube on X or whatever, and say this is what DSP Gaming was going through. He just had his chat fixed. So if yours is still going through it, I don't know. They're claiming they fixed the issue. And it obviously is fixed because, as you can see, my chat's not freezing. But what if it happens to someone else anyway? Go to YouTube and say it was DSP Gaming. Don't say DSP or darksydephil. Say DSP Gaming. Say it was the DSP Gaming channel that was affected, and they can look into it and figure it out. You see? Use my channel as the reference to fix the problem for yourself if it continues. Good evening, everyone. DSP here, and welcome to the Daily Wrap for what was Monday, the 6th of July, 2026. Overall, an outstanding day. You want to know why? I'll tell you why. Because today, the chat exploit was fixed by YouTube thanks to our actions. So what a funny difference 24 hours can make, because we made a big ruckus about this last night. It's fixed. No one's YouTube chat during streams will be hit by this exploit again, because YouTube corrected the error and fixed it thanks to us. So let's talk all about it, shall we? Today we had a fun DSP morning show. On the show, we talked all about the Xbox layoffs. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, sadly, over 3,000 people at Xbox are losing their jobs, and Xbox is basically cutting ties with 5 of the studios that they had bought over the last many years that are underperforming. We talked all about it. We analyzed it. We talked about who's to blame. It's a pretty interesting morning show. I hope you'll give it a look. If you haven't seen it yet, it was a good news breakdown. Then we jumped into Pokemon Brilliant Diamond. Now, here's the thing. This malicious party, this idiotic guy, kept freezing my chat over and over during the course of the stream. People would charge in and spam the chat to get it unstuck, and then he would stick it again. So this happened, probably no exaggeration, 12 to 15 times during the stream. People stuck around. I want to say to anyone here who put up with this in the last 2 weeks, and particularly the last 24 hours, thank you so much, because I know it's hard to not be able to interact with the streamer. It sucks. It's not fun. And people today actually really genuinely were upset that this was happening, and they stuck around and they supported the stream in droves, and they kept trying to get it unstuck. We had a consistent over 200 viewers on YouTube for Pokemon, despite the fact people couldn't talk. That's amazing. And people were still contributing and being positive, and I really, really appreciate that. So what did we do in Pokemon Brilliant Diamond today? We continued on towards the next major city. We actually ended up in this interim place, which I think we're going to go back to later to do stuff in. I think they said there's like a Safari zone, but we didn't do that. We continued down another route, and what happened is we arrived at the next major town and found out, oh, this gym is water type. And I looked at my Pokemon, two fire types, right? And everything else not applying at all. I'm like, ooh, there's no way we're going to beat this gym. We've got to start training up electric types. So I took in my Magnemite, and then I brought back my Luxio, and we started to go down the next route, grinding away with these 2 Pokemon to level them up. That's basically what we did today. Did we catch some new Pokemon? Yes, we did. Did we do some other things with items and stuff? Yes, we did. But for the most part, that was the thing. We journeyed down these routes, we got to the next major town, and we're preparing for the next gym battle. Also, because of support, there was some pack rips in Chaos Rising. You can check out that first video of DSP pack rips on the channel. But by the end of the first stream, we had not heard back at all from YouTube. So actually, I did tweet YouTube a second time during the day saying, hey, it's now been 24 hours. We've heard nothing. This is day 2 of me tweeting at Team YouTube for, we need help with this. People are not able to chat. They're getting locked out, and this is unacceptable. Okay? So then we got ready for the second stream. And as I was getting ready for my second stream, Team YouTube actually responded to me and actually said, we apologize. We didn't realize it was such a serious issue. We're going to look into it now. Can you give us any more details? I said, absolutely I can. And I gave them all the information of this guy from last night who had been bragging about doing it to me and explaining how he was doing it. I sent him his YouTube channel. I sent him Discord info. I sent him everything. Okay? So YouTube has it all now. YouTube says, thank you. We're going to put this to the appropriate teams. We're going to look at it. I started streaming Resident Evil tonight. Okay? And as I did, funny thing happened. The chat wasn't freezing. And I was like, that's weird. I figured as soon as I started, it would freeze again. And it didn't. And I'm like, all right, so maybe people are just bored. Maybe they're, or maybe they're just not around tonight to do it. So as we start to stream the game, the chat's still working. And then all of a sudden I said, on a whim, I said, I'm going to check and see. And I checked again. Team YouTube had responded and said, our team, based because of your input, because of the data you provided, we looked into it. We have found the exploit. We have closed it off. It will not happen again. You can now take sub mode off of your chat. And thank you for reporting this issue, because now we have closed the issue. It's fixed. And give us any additional data if it happens again or anything like this. I was like, what? So because we spoke up, the issue is fixed for everyone on YouTube. It doesn't work anymore. The exploit has actually been repaired. Wow. That's amazing. What have I been saying about being a productive and positive person and doing things to improve yourself, but also help others? It makes you feel good, doesn't it? Me doing this thing and knowing that this was an exploit that could have hurt so many people who stream on YouTube, and the fact that because of our actions, we were able to close it off the way that we were, and now no one will be affected at it, is infinitely more better feeling than if I sat on the internet trolling people or dumping on them and making fun of them like these shitbags do every day. Okay? I'm so happy that an action that we took has helped countless others. So this is absolutely excellent. And if anyone ever has a similar issue, you can now say, hey, DSP Gaming had that chat freezing issue. Check out the DSP Gaming channel because that was fixed. Now, whatever they did there, maybe we could do for you. But from what I'm to understand, the issue is fixed for everybody. Okay? So, we finished Resident Evil Code Veronica X in about an hour and 15 minutes. We had a special 25-minute celebration where we did a big victory lap, and that video I am uploading right now to the channel. I'm going to make it my featured video on the channel where we talked all about it. I'm so excited that we did this awesome thing, and now everything is positive. And then after that, because there was support, we did more pack rips. And guess what? I got some good news there too. With the pack rips, which was 3 packs of Chaos Rising again, we actually got a hit. And this is a good hit. It made it to the Wall of Fame, and it's such a good hit, it actually completed a set of special illustration rare cards. We have all 3 now. We have the base, Evolution 1, and Final Evolution of a Pokemon from Chaos Rising. It is so cool to actually have my first set of special illustration rares. So it was today was total utter victory. We had 2 awesome gameplay streams, great support, tons of pack rips, the chat exploits fixed, and moving forward, we're good to go. So thank you to everyone for the past 2+ weeks who put up with the nonsense. We got to the end of the strife and the stress, and we're back to normal tomorrow. Let's go full speed ahead here on DSP Gaming. So what are we up to tomorrow? Well, remember, guys, I know this is going to sound weird. Tomorrow is my final streaming day of this week because I'm off on Wednesday. I will be back on Thursday. But tomorrow we'll do a DSP morning show. Then we'll do Dark Souls 2 continuing on. This time I'll actually be able to talk to you all because the chat will work, thankfully. And tomorrow night, TCG Card Shop Simulator. Now, we have 13 packs left of Chaos Rising. Tomorrow, we might get through a bunch of said packs. And I'm here to tell you that we will be doing more Pokemon cards after that. I have a Japanese box coming. That's going to be a new set, the likes of which we haven't seen yet. It's actually a set of cards we've never seen. It's a little bit older. And I'm excited to do that one because it's something completely unique and different, and it'll look cool. And, it should be fun. Just like when we did Abyss Eye, it'll be good. We're going to kind of alternate now between the 2 kinds of cards, Japanese and English. It makes sense to do that, right? So, let's go. Tomorrow, everyone show up. Let's chill. Let's have a great time together. Chat will be working, and we should have a great night, okay? And again, I want to just say thank you guys, supporting and hanging in there and actually coming by even though you couldn't chat was absolutely amazing. What an outpouring of support and positivity. It means the world. And now we're back to normal, and the future is bright. Thank you all. Have a good night. I'll see you all tomorrow. Peace out.
I got the drip going. 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 It's like a faucet that's dripping. You can't make it stop. So what do you want me to do? Have a mute button that every second I'm tapping the mute button just in case I'm gonna have to clear? Like, this is what I mean. These dumb kids. This is what it is. It's dumb kids.